Hi everyone, I'm Nguyen, and excuse the shower hair, I apologize. But without further ado, let's get started. So today's look is my everyday go-to summer look. Of course, I am going to be a little extra with this. So to start off, I'm going to be using my KIEHLS face moisturizer. I have very dry, flaky skin, and this helps balance everything out. So to top this off, I will be using my Bare sunscreen. If you are familiar with sunscreen, it does make your face a little bit oily, so I'm going to use setting spray to kind of matte it off. So moving on to foundation, I will be using my Hourglass. I feel like it helps balance out my yellow undertone. It's the best ever. So to blend that out, I will be using my e.l.f. brush. This was only $6, guys. It's inexpensive. You can get this anywhere that sells e.l.f. and it works amazing. So I'm just going to go back and make sure all of my blemishes is dotted in and covered. So my eyebrows are microbladed. I will just be filling in just a little bit. Thank the Lord. Because I am very extra, I will be using two different concealer. I will be using Tarte and NARS in the shade medium. As you can see here, I will be using my Real Technique brush to blend that all out. Sometimes I use a beauty blender, but because of me using very little product, I feel like it wouldn't suck up everything. And of course, what's life without setting powder? I'm using Translucent by Mercier. Just gonna dab that right under my eyes. So moving on with life, I will be using my blender brush by Morphe. And of course, the Jaclyn Hill palette. That's what's poppin'. Like seriously, this is probably the second time I'm using this, but I'm like in love. Look at the color, guys. It blends so well. Oh my god, my brown eyes have never looked this good. And due to my chinkiness, I'm just going to add a darker shade on my lower lash line. Now moving on to the shimmery rose gold looking shade, I will add that on the corner of my eyes. Before adding that, I would like to spray my brush with setting spray. I don't know what this brush is, but any flat brush will work. And we're going for that Keep Your Man at Home eyeshadow look. I didn't realize how dumb I was looking while I was filming this part, but I went ahead and skipped it, so here's the lash part for you guys. Now for mascara, I'm using the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. Now going over with my Real Technique brush, I'm just going to dust off all the loose eyeshadow. For a contour, I'll be using my Benefit. This is another old brush that I have no idea where it came from, but any fluffy brush should work. And sorry for the dirtiness, I wasn't fully prepared. So I'm going to be using a powder contour. I don't want to use a creamy contour because I want to go for that settled look. I also feel like I have very high cheekbones and it's just way too dramatic for me. As you can see, it's starting to look very bronzy, which is what I like, but I'm going to go in with my chocolate just to darken it up a little bit. No look is ever completed without blush. I'm using my favorite blush by MAC in the shade External Sun. Now it's time to move on with life. I will be using my Glow Kit by Anastasia. This is absolutely my favorite. I use this every day and it gives me the perfect summer glow. The brush that I'm using is a fan brush by Smashbox. I like how it's very small, so it allows you to go in and do detailed work. So here's where I'm going to be a little extra and add Sunbeam just to have that extra pop. After spending all that time on your makeup, you want to make sure you set your face with the Urban Setting Spray. As you can see, the look is finally coming together. I'm going to top it off with my lip gloss by BUXOM in the color Renaissance. I really like this because it makes my lips look so healthy. So this is my final look. I hope you guys liked it and enjoy it. This is my go-to look, and this also will be my first YouTube video ever. So if you guys really enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe.